Here's an idea about social media developed through social media from Elon, which is, everyone freaks out because they think either, he's going to do less content moderations. The left is freaking out because they want more content moderation. The right is celebrating because they think the people doing the content moderation are on the left. But there was a one, I think it was a tweet where he said like 3 things he was going to do to make it better, and was defeat the bots or something. But he said, authenticate all humans. Yeah. And this is a hugely important statement. And it's pretty powerful that this guy can put 3 words in a tweet. And actually, I think this could change the world. Even if the bid fails, the fact that Elon said that he thinks we need to authenticate all humans is huge. Because now we're talking about solutions here. What can we do to make social media a better place for democracy, a place that actually makes democracy better? As Tristan Harris has pointed out, social media and digital technology, the Chinese are using it really skillfully to make a better authoritarian nation. And by better, I don't mean morally better. I mean like more stable, successful. Whereas we're using it to make ourselves weaker, more fragmented, and more insane. So we're on the way down. We're in big trouble. And all the argument is about content moderation. And what we learned from Frances Haugen is that 5 or 10% of what they might call hate speech gets caught, 1% of violence and intimidation. Content moderation, even if we do a lot more of it, isn't going to make a big difference. All the powers and the dynamics changes to the architecture. And as I said in my Atlantic article, what are the reforms that would matter for social media? And the number one thing I believe is user authentication or user verification. And people freak out and they say like, but we need anonymous. Like, yeah, fine, you can be anonymous. But what I think needs to be done is anyone can open an account on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, as long as you're over 16, and that's another piece. Once you're 16 or 18, at a certain age, you can be treated like an adult. You can open an account and you can look, you can read. And you can make up whatever fake name you want. But if you want to post, if you want the viral amplification on a company that has Section 230 protection from lawsuits, which is a very special privilege, I understand the need for it, but it's an incredibly powerful privilege to protect them from lawsuits. If you want to be able to post on platforms that, as we'll get to in the Google Doc, there's a lot of evidence that they are undermining and damaging democracy. Then the company has this minimal responsibility it has to meet. Banks have know your customer laws. You can't just walk up to a bank with a bag of money that you stole and say, here, deposit this for me. My name's John Smith. You have to actually show who you are. And the bank isn't going to announce who you are publicly, but you have to, if they're going to do business with you, they need to know you're a real person, not a criminal. And so there's a lot of schemes for how to do this. There's multiple levels. People don't seem to understand this. Level 0 of authentication is nothing. That's what we have now. Mm-hmm. Level 1, this might be what Elon meant. Authenticate all humans, meaning you have to at least pass a CAPTCHA or some test to show you're not a bot. There's no identity. There's nothing. Just something that, it's a constant cat and mouse struggle between bots and humans. So we try to just filter out pure bots. Mm-hmm. The next level up, there are a variety of schemes that allow you to authenticate identity in ways that are not traceable or kept. So whether you show an ID, whether you use biometric, whether you have something on the blockchain that establishes identity, whether it's linked to a phone, whatever it is, there are multiple schemes now that companies have figured out for how to do this. And so if you did that, then in order to get an account where you have posting privileges on Facebook or Twitter or TikTok or whatever, you have to at least do that. And if you do that, now the other people are real humans too. And suddenly our public square is a lot nicer because you don't have bots swarming around. This would also cut down on trolls. You still have trolls who use their real name, but this would just make it a little scarier for trolls. Some men turn into complete assholes. They can be very polite in real life, but some men, as soon as they have the anonymity, they start using racial slurs. They're horrible. One troll can ruin thousands of people's day.